What you saying, ladies and gents? It is your boy Bucket Sam, and we are back again today for another video. Today it is another kit video. I'm going to be going through every single Premier League away kit for the 2021-2022 season, and I'll be ranking it from worst to best. Let's get right into it, guys. Roll that intro. And can I just say, I'm going to also set a like target for this video. Let's have 45 likes for this video. And also, how jazzy is this bucket hat? How cool is that? But anyway, that's beside the point. Let's get right into it. The bottom three we're going to start off with straight away. And I said this about the home kit. How on earth have teams still not released their kits? It is so close to the season starts. The season starts now on the 14th for most clubs. How on earth have they not released all the away kits? It's less than 2 weeks away. Release your kits. Southampton, yeah? I gave you number one for the home kit. But you know what? I'm not happy now. Southampton admin, release your away kit. Wolverhampton Wanderers, release your away kit. And Burnley, again, release your away kit. So those are the bottom three. They're all joint bottom. They're all stinkers. And no matter how good their shirt is, they're not getting up this league. So let's get straight into 17th place. 17th spot now, we have Manchester City. And a lot of people have been telling me how nice this kit is, and they were raving on social media about it. For me, I think it's just a white t-shirt. Yes, there's a bit of a blue trim on the sleeve, and there's a bit of a blue line coming across the shoulders. But the Etihad logo, it goes from purple to blue. That's the most intricate part of the design. It is so dull. It's just a white t-shirt and a bit of blue and purple font. There's not enough detail. This is a Premier League kit. This is the former champions, and then they released just a white t-shirt as the away kit. I think it's boring. It's lazy. It's not good enough. Now to 16th place, we have Brentford. This is just a yellow shirt. Yes, a little bit of design, a bit of like a black trim. But again, this is kind of a plain design. There's nothing to it. I love a shirt, which is, as you can see on the shirt I'm wearing, this Marseille shirt. I love a bit of design, something that adds a bit to it, something a bit different. This is very plain, very safe. Just a yellow t-shirt. Yes, I'm a sort of a fan. There's a little bit of the hidden collar there. But other than that, it's just a plain yellow t-shirt. So again, it's not very high on the list. 16th place for Brentford. 14th place now, we have Chelsea, and it's made me realise now all the yellow kits are quite low down. I must have a thing against yellow kits, but I think, again, it's a very dull design, a bit of a black trim on the sleeve. Yes, black lines going through, but it's just a plain t-shirt. What is it with these shirt designs this year? There's nothing innovative. It's all just plain, boring design. And again, Chelsea, how crazy they went with the home shirt, and how amazing it was, and how much I love that shirt. It grew on me over time. This shirt just leaves me wanting more. It's very dull again, just pin stripes going around, pin hoops we'll call it. It's not good enough again. 13th place now, we have Crystal Palace. This yellow shirt has a bit of design. Hey, we finally found a yellow shirt with a bit of design. There is an eagle, if you can see close, into the design of the shirt, which I really like that. It's kind of hidden, a little bit of detail going across the centre of the shirt, and I like this. I think it's all right. The only thing that I don't like is this kind of banner that goes down the side, the blue and red strip down the, I think it looks like, you know, when you see somebody's getting married on their hen do, it looks like one of those going across like a little sachet. I'm not a fan of them personally, but I think at least they've gone for something. At least they've done some designing. There we go. 13th place, Crystal Palace. 12th place now, we have Arsenal. And again, this is what I mean. It's another yellow kit, but this is more like a highlighter pen yellow. It's very bright, it's very bold, and I think the navy really complements it well. And I'm a huge fan. I know it's a simple detail, but I think it just adds so much to it. That little bit on the bottom of the sleeve, that little red line going all the way around, and on the collar, I think it's quite neat. It's very, see, this is where I think they've gone plain on purpose. It's very slick, neat design. I'm a fan of this Arsenal shirt, and I'm a big fan of the badge, the proper Gunners logo. Big fan of that. To 11th place, we have Watford, and do you know what? This kit surprised me. As I zoomed in closer, I didn't notice the swirl design. I don't know if you guys can see it on this photo, but there's a bit of a swirl in the red. I really like that. I'm a big fan of the collar, and I do kind of like this detail on the underside of the armpit, if that's what you'd call it. My only thing is, if they had a bit more design on the sleeves, I think the sleeves are quite plain. And the logo, again, the sponsor, slapped on in the middle, it just kind of overpowers the shirt. There's just an added colour of the white there. If they brought in white into the rest of the shirt, I think this could have been quite a nice shirt. And because they didn't, that's why it's 11th place. Now to the top 10. In 10th place, I have Liverpool. And my only slagging off of this is I'm not a fan of this cream or this off-white. It kind of looks like, imagine you've had a shirt, you've had it for years, it's got a bit crusty, it's gone through the wash hundreds of times. It just looks a bit sweaty, if you know what I mean. I don't know if that's a weird thought. It's just slightly off yellow. I'm not a fan, I prefer a white shirt, but I really like the collar and I love the fact they brought the orange in, just like they did on the home shirt. Consistency across the two shirts. I like that, and I like the dark khaki green. I think that really works well with the orange. It's just the off-white. If it was white, I think this shirt would have featured so high on my list. Ninth place now, we have Aston Villa. This white shirt is quite neat. I'm a big fan of the pinstripes. Again, consistent with the home shirt. I think the only thing that potentially could have got a bit different is if we'd have gone for like an old school kind of collar or a collar like this. I'm not a fan of these thin, really thin collars. And as well, if they could have added a bit more claret onto the sleeve, a bold kind of line around the edge, I think this shirt would have been really neat. But I'm a big fan of this one. We are now coming to the top 8 away shirts for this season, and any of them from now, if I'm finding any problems with it, I'm just nitpicking because I'm a big fan of all of these and I've got to try and find that number 1. But we're going to go straight to 8th spot, and it's got to be Brighton for me. That mint green shirt is really nice, and the only nitpicking fault I have is the collar. I prefer like a proper collar, as you can see on all my shirts behind me and around me and that I ever wear on my videos. That's all it needed, just a thick collar. I think this would have been perfect, but I'm a big fan of the detail on the sleeves. I'm a big fan of the colour, and again, I think for some, I don't know how they do it, I always think the American Express logo, the sponsor on this shirt, just fits the shirt perfectly. I'm a big fan. I really like this shirt. Brighton never seem to miss. They did really well with the home shirt, and they've done it again. Smashed it out the park. 7th spot now, we have the Tottenham Hotspur kit, and this away kit is a bit of a controversial one. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. And at the start, I was a huge fan of this, but more I've looked into it, I'm not a fan of it. The only problem I have with it, I think there's too many colours going on. I think if this was a bit more plain and simple, just black, with the space kind of theme they got going on, don't think they need to add the blues in and the yellows. I think it's kind of too much for the eye, and I'm not a fan of the fact the sponsor is in that bright fluorescent yellow. I think this is a bold statement from the club. I like the idea. I think it was they just missed the mark. But I still think it's a nice idea. I like the shirt overall. I think it should tone it down slightly, and I think it could have been really high up on this list. At the 6th place, we have Everton. Hummel, my favourite kit provider, have pulled through. This shirt is so nice. This Everton shirt, black, clean, slick. It's just a really nice, neat design. If I'm going to nitpick, I would want maybe a little bit white on the edge of the sleeve and maybe a bit of white going around the kit provider and the badge, just to highlight that it is made by Hummel and it is an Everton shirt, because it's so dark, you kind of really have to look closer going, is that Hummel? Is it? Yeah, it is. But no, I love it. I'm a big fan of the collar and maybe a little bit white in the collar, but I really like this shirt. I think they've done really well with this. Hummel pulled it back because I know I wasn't happy with their home shirt, but I'm very happy with the away one. To the top 5, in 5th place, we have Manchester United. I'm a really big fan of this. I love the detail and the way the zigzags go. It's a different, I love it, and it is a bit of a throwback, obviously, to the old school Man United shirts. I'm a big fan of the collar, very similar to the one that I'm wearing now, and I like the bit on the detail on the sleeve. My only thing is, potentially, if the blue was a bit darker, I think this would have been perfect. But obviously, they're trying to keep it as close as they can to the old school shirts. And I'm a fan of this. I really like it. So, it's got to be top 5, hasn't it? 5th place, Manchester United. 4th place now, we have West Ham. I think this shirt is so neat. Where did it come from? And this is exactly what I said earlier. The claret on the bit on the sleeve, the bit on the collar. It's those little bits of design that I think make a football shirt so brilliant and so beautiful, honestly. And the fact, the way they've put a box around the sponsor, it's made it like it's actually part of the shirt. They've incorporated it into the design. I'm a really big fan of this. I can't fault this at all. I just think the next 3 shirts are just that slight bit better. But West Ham, what an away shirt. Now to 3rd place, we have Leicester. It's just a shame they can't get into the top 3 in the league. But this is such a neat shirt. I really, really like this. A really nice colour, really nice collar, and I love the 3 blue stripes on the shoulders. I think the 2 colours work so well. My only problem, slight tiny little fault, if the badge was bolder, I think this would have made the top 2. I just think the badge looks quite weak on it, but I love the design. I've never seen that design on the shirt. I'm a really big fan of this, and that's why it makes 3rd spot. 2nd spot, who would have thought this after I slagged off the home shirt so much? Newcastle's away shirt. What a shirt. I love this. I think it's such a nice design. I don't really understand how it is an away shirt because it's black, which is obviously like their home shirt, but obviously it's not the stripes. This is the horizontal stripes, and there's kind of a bit of a, It goes a little bit wiggly, if you can see close up above the sponsor, and it parts, and I'm a real big fan of this. I love the collar, I love all the design. This probably would have got the top spot if it didn't have a sponsor on the shoulder. You know I don't like sponsors on the shoulders. These are the innovative styles and designs that I'm all for. I've never seen anything like this, and I'm a big fan of it. I want to see this more. I really like this. I think they could have gone a bit bolder, as I said, with colours, but you can't really fault it. It's near on perfect. Now to the top spot. Who would have thought this? I never was a fan of Norwich shirts. They came second in the home shirts and first in the away shirts. What a shirt this is. The navy on the other shade of blue is perfect. This shirt, I can't fault it. It's like Tron. If you've seen Tron Disney, this looks so modern. It looks futuristic. It looks like it's from space. I love it, and I love the design on the shoulder, on the sleeves. I love the collar. You cannot fault this shirt. I think the design of this is perfect. The colours are stunning. I love this shirt. I think the Joma kits this year, wow. This shirt, it's not even close. This is by far the best shirt in the league. No discussion. If you don't agree with this, guys, then you need to borrow my glasses, because this shirt is amazing. I'm a huge fan of this. A huge thank you for watching, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Let me know which shirts are your favourites, which ones you disagree with, and just all that kind of jazz. But thank you guys for watching. As I said, there'll be more content coming your way. But thank you and goodbye. But Cat Sam over and out. Goodbye.